We're here at Park Hill High School in Kansas City, Missouri, and today Jody and I are going to talk to you about infield skin, maintenance, and construction.
It is great to be here, Larry, and I tell you, it's so important to build fields correctly. So we're gonna talk quite a bit about construction, talk about grades, specifications, and getting the field built correctly.
First thing you want to look at when you're developing your specifications is what is your future grade going to be, and you want to be able to move water off of your infield. So you're looking for something in the range of a 0.5% slope from the infield turf to the outfield turf.
And water moves even slower in grass, so it's important to have just a little bit more of a slope in grass, sometimes as much as about 1%. But it's also important to remember that on softball infields, which are completely skinned generally, you want to maintain that 0.5% slope and not exceed it, because too much slope in a skinned area can lead to some water erosion that would be detrimental to the infield.
That's a great point, Jody. Now, when you're looking for a mix for your infield, find something locally, because over time you're going to have to replenish that mix. You're looking for something in the range of 60% sand, 20% silt, 20% clay. That's a good starting point. You might not find that perfectly, but look around in that range.
It's a good idea to have your materials tested locally too. A soils lab could do particle size analysis and percolation tests on your local soils to make sure that they would work in your infield.
Make sure that your contractor gives you a consistent subgrade so that you're getting about 4 inches of depth of your infield material consistently throughout your infield.
I'll tell you, Larry, laser grading is the key. Laser light is perfect, and laser graders these days are so well made, they just follow that laser light perfectly. And you can set up slope on a laser grader, and it is important to have your subgrade laser graded and verified before your finish infield mix goes down.
Remember, hold your contractor to the specifications. That's a key. Otherwise, you come back and have to do work later.
When maintaining baseball and softball fields at any level, we all use the same basic tools and equipment. Most of these are available at your local hardware store, turf equipment supplier, or local rental outlet. You may even be able to borrow and share with your local resources, such as your local golf course superintendent.
In both baseball and softball, the first base area is heavily trafficked. Practices and games, you're constantly dealing with the chewed up dirt. So what you want to do is every day focus on raking, leveling, keeping the moisture in, and finding a way to firm it up. There's always a way to roll it, whether you use your roller or a tractor or anything that'll just pack down that dirt. You want to do that at the end of the day, just in case that night you're going to get some rain or your irrigation may hit that area. So you want to keep it firm, just like you do your baselines. It takes as much maintenance as your batter's boxes do. So keep an eye on first base and keep it safe. We're here at second base, the leadoff area, and we're prepping for a game. We put some infield conditioner down. We're moist underneath, but not too wet. And now we're just going to roll it, prep for the game. So we want to be firm going into the game. So there are many occasions where you don't really feel the need to roll your whole infield, but you do want to roll first base. You want to be firm where the guys lead off and round second, especially if you're going into a rain game, because that's where most of the traffic's going to be. One way to put a little more infield conditioner out and spread it evenly, maybe before a light rain game, is to put it in a spreader and just walk it around.
You know, Larry, there are probably hundreds of different infield mixes on the market. As a major league groundskeeper, I'm sure you've seen them all. What are the differences and how are these used?
These are all infield conditioners, Jody, and what they are is they're heat-treated clay and heat-treated to an extremely high temperature to create pore space inside of them. These first couple, you'll see this one's got a variable particle size, and that's nice, it's easy to handle. This is the same product that's ground down a little more consistently. So that's nice for sliding. We're finding that on softball fields, these products work a little better because it's a better sliding surface for the players in shorts. These next couple products are used for rapid drying, quick drying, and what they are is the same heat-treated clay that's ground up a little finer. The smaller particles will dry puddles quicker because the surface of the clay will make contact with the water quicker, and get rid of that puddle. The only negative to these would be that if you don't work them into the soil profile, they're going to blow away on you. This product's similar to what we saw before. Pretty consistent particle size and a good general purpose use infield conditioner. This is the same as the last pile we just looked at. It's colorized to give you a nice red finish at the surface. So that's a premium product that different companies are offering. They're taking their basic mix and giving you a different color. This pile is much like the first pile we looked at. It's a variable particle size. The smaller particles will help you absorb water quicker in a rain situation, and the larger particles are easier to work on top. We find in rain situations this is the easiest for guys to work with the rake and the drag. It's also the most cost-effective product, and if you're able to raise the money and till this into your infield, this is a great product. You can go out, get 10, 15 tons, have it tilled in, and you can do a major renovation. Finally, this is a polymer-based product, fairly new on the market. And rather than just being on top, this could be an actual infield mix. You could have 1.5 inches, 2 inches of this. And as long as you've got a good grade to your field where you're running the surface water off the infield, this will be perfect. If your grade's not right, then the water's not going to move through it. The polymers are included to bead water. It also works really well in dry climates and in windy climates.
Larry, that's great information. These are great products. In your communities, in your local organizations, and even in your school booster clubs, if you have the opportunity to raise funds, this is probably the single best investment you can make in your skinned areas to condition the native soil that you may have, to reduce rainouts and improve the appearance of your field and improve safety.